Welcome to episode 13 of season 2 of the McCourt College Experience Parsha podcast. We celebrated Lag BaOmer this week. For many Jews, it is a time that marks the end of the loss of Rabbi Akiva's students and celebrates the life of one of his greatest student, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Our class enjoyed the special day with fun games, a guest speaker, and a kumsitz filled with singing and music. We're more than halfway towards the festival of Shavuot, and we've been preparing our Divrei Torah contributions for the McCourt Care and Services Network's special sale of Stay Awake kits for Shavuot night. We've also made sure to prepare Divrei Torah for this week's Parsha, Parshat Behar. We'd like to share them with you now. Yehoshua has a Devar Torah for us about the festival of Shemitah. Ready, Yehoshua?
Yes. In this week's Parsha, we talk about Shabbos. Shabbos means 6 days you work, the 7th day you stop. Hashem also commanded us to keep a different kind of Shabbos, which is called Shemitah. Shemitah means to withdraw. 6 years you work, the 7th day you stop. What's the purpose of keeping Shemitah? We keep Shemitah just like we keep Shabbos to show how Hashem created the work in 6 days. We create Shemitah to show that Hashem makes produce, and every produce comes from Hashem. That is why we keep Shemitah.
So it's a much more intense kind of resting, to drop our control over the world.
Right.
To let the land rest. Okay, very good.
All right.
Max, it's great to have you back on the podcast after a little hiatus.
It's good to be back.
Awesome. So we have prepared a Devar Torah. We're ready whenever you are.
All right. This week's parsha we learn about a very difficult mitzvah. It is the mitzvah of Shavuos. A landowner who works in his own field must allow others who did not work in the land to come take the fruits of his labor for an entire year. This mitzvah goes against our desire to get our just desserts. The Torah knows human nature is to take what is rightfully ours. For example, we are learning in Baba Basra that if a person lives in the land for 3 years without another person protesting that is not his land, then land becomes legally his. The Torah uses our human desire to keep what is ours to inform how we can tell who is the rightful owner. During Shavuos, we overcome that inclination about the fruit of our labor. We trust that Hashem will provide for all of us.
That was great.
This week's Parsha is Parshat Behar. Not B'chavotai, but just Behar. My question is, the Pasuk says in the very first Pasuk, Vaydaber Hashem and Moshe Behar Sinai Limor. And Hashem spoke to Moshe in Mount Sinai saying, I am confused. Hashem, why is adding in Har Sinai in this Parsha? Aren't we done with Parsha Israel? Why are we bringing it up again? My answer, which I heard from one of my Rebbeim in the past, says as follows. We got Torah outside the Holy Land of Israel because we wanted to accept the Torah with open arms so every Jewish person is special. Have a wonderful Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom. Everyone, and see you. Hope you enjoy the podcast this week.
That concludes our episode. Thank you to our Divrei Torah contributors, Yehoshua, Max, and Menachem Aron. Thank you to Danny, our YouTube manager and video editor. Thanks to Max, our co-editor, and to Reb Silfin, our coordinator and co-producer. I'm your sound engineer, Rabbi Shore. Thank you for listening, and Shabbat Shalom.